Okay, welcome Jubilee. Now you should have added some baddies to your game. Okay, and when they touch your penguin, we want something to happen. Now we're going to add a new variable now, and we're going to give it lives. So every time your character touches a baddie, he will lose a life. Okay, so what we need to do, a bit like we did for the apples, remember, or the prizes or the score, we need to add a new variable. Now variables, if you remember down here, so you'll need to click on variables. Just one important thing, I am down here on my main character to do this coding, very importantly, and we're going to make a new variable. So make a variable is just here. I'm going to click on make a variable and I'm going to call it lives. Okay, this is very important that you leave for all sprites clicked. So no matter which sprite you touch, you'll be able to change the score. So okay, so once you've done that, you click on, I'm going to give myself a capital letter, live. Okay, there you go. So click on OK, and you'll see that lives has appeared, and I might put that inside here. Now, just like you did for your apples, you need to set your lives a little bit different, but you need to give it a value. So instead of setting it to 0, we need to give lives. So we're going to take lives off every time we touch, in my case, the dinosaur. So I'm going to set my live score to 0. Now I've dragged it on there and it says apples at the moment, but you need to just click on this drop down arrow and then choose lives. And importantly, you are setting this value. In my case, I'm going to change it to 3. So very importantly, you are setting lives to 3, not to 0. Okay, so that will happen when your green flag is clicked. So if I press on there, you can see my lives is set to 3. Okay, I'm just going to stop that now. Okay, now what we're going to do, we're going to check if our character is touching the dinosaur. So make sure you are on your main character you control, like this. I'm just going to make this screen a little bit smaller so I've got space to work on here. Now, what we're going to do, we're going to forever check if, in my case, the penguin is touching either of my dinosaurs. Okay, so it's important we do that from the beginning. So we need an event block that starts when the game starts. So we're using the green flag again. So when the green flag is checked, we're going to forever check if. So there you go. We've got some control blocks we need there. Forever, so that's the loop that loops round and round and round. And the if is there to check if something's happening. Okay, so we're checking if it is meeting a condition. And now that condition is either touching dinosaur 4 or dinosaur 2. Did you notice the word in there, or? We'll look at that now. So we want a sensing block because we're touching. So we need to go over here to sensing. And we're going to choose touching. So we'll have that on for now. We'll need a couple of those. So I'll drag 2. So we need touching dinosaur 4. Can you see that automatically added to the list, and touching dinosaur 2. So I need to check or dinosaur 4 or dinosaur 2. So the way we do that, we use an operator. So the operators are in green, okay, and they are often used for comparison or mathematical calculations. We're going to use it as kind of like checking two different items. So I'm going to go to operators and we're going to use the OR operator. Now you'll notice here they can go inside each other like this, depending on how many characters that you have going around your game. At the moment, I've only got 2, so I need a simple block with 2 ORs. And now you'll notice these shapes fit perfectly into here. So I'm going to drag my touching dinosaur 4 and my touching dinosaur 2 into my OR. And now my OR will fit nicely into my if statement. So it's saying forever check if touching dinosaur 4 or touching dinosaur 2. If it does touch any of those, I want my character to do 2 things. I want him to go back to the start of the game and then lose a life. Okay, so first thing, my motion block will send me back. So I'll go to my motion block. It's just there. Click on that and make sure I've put my character where I went to start again if he touches the dinosaur, and we're going to use the go to. So that will send my character back to the beginning. So really he goes back to the beginning where there are no characters that can hurt him, so he has a rest for a minute or two, and then he will lose a life. So I'm going to go to my variables block, which are down here again. So there are my variables, and we're going to change my score. So remember, it will automatically set to the first variable you created, but we want to change that, and I'm going to change it to lives. Now we're going to change lives by 1. That will add 1. So we don't want to do that. We want to minus 1. So use the minus sign followed by 1, and we put that inside the mouth of the if statement. And now hopefully, let me make that full screen. When I press the green flag, my score is set to 0. And then when I touch my dinosaur, can you see what happened? My lives are set to 2. And then if I touch another one, it goes back to beginning, my lives are set to 1. And then when I touch another one, my lives are set to 0. But if I carry on, my lives go into minus because I'm getting a life taken off each time. Now in the next tutorial, we will look at ending the game when we get to 0. Now if I just stop that and press my green flag, you'll see that my lives are reset to 3 for when you start the game again. So try that and see how you get on adding or minusing lives every time you touch an enemy. Take care, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.